Hey there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the month of February 2022 and your tarot. Remember, I don't appear in my monthly tarot card forecasts, but you can see me in every other video on this channel. And if you're interested in weekly tarot forecasts, I do have those available for YouTube member supporters and Patreon supporters. You can always open the down bar below for more info there. And don't forget, if you're watching your rising sign forecast, you're getting additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign is going to be showing you the less prominent, albeit still significant, side story that's also playing out throughout the course of the month. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can simply follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and any engagement helps this channel out a lot. This month, your big spiritual focus is the Nine of Wands upright. And this is a month where there is an opportunity for you to start paying attention to what you can do to actually set yourself up for greater success, because the Nine of Wands is all about getting oneself set up for success. Now, the thing about this, though, is that a lot of you Taurus people are also going to find that this month we have to focus on strengthening a bit of our boundaries as well, because we are transcending a lot of issues that maybe we have carried in from recent months or recent years. You know, February is essentially deleting a lot of stories and a lot of narratives you have lived for a very, very long time. And, you know, that's a big theme of the astrology this month as well. But what's happening with the Nine of Wands is that there's going to be an opportunity for you to not only close a lot of doors that have been left open, but secure a new order that you can bring to chaotic areas of your life. You know, if your social life's getting a bit chaotic, if your work life's getting a bit chaotic, we're getting a chance to settle things down in a way where that grounded, strong, well-defended Nine of Wands energy is able to stay consistent, right? There's this no tolerance for instability from this card, no tolerance for dysregulation of the self or any projects that are here to serve. And as this comes in and secures a lot of you and a lot of your connections and projects and the roads you're going through, you're going to find that this month is really setting you up for success. But don't be surprised if you have to also really accept some wake-up calls that are coming to you around maybe some unstable elements we've tolerated. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, anything to do with practical affairs, family and home life as it relates to, again, the material world, you do have the Magician card reversed and the Ace of Swords upright. And we've got a beautiful opportunity this month to actually get ahead professionally, financially. The Ace of Swords is indicating a green light is turning on when it comes to possibly a new job opportunity, a new professional trajectory, or a new road or a new destination that you may actually have open up and allow you to pursue with a lot of ease and a lot of grace. With the Ace of Swords, this is actually going to be a month where a lot of Taurus people are finding they're making money very, very quickly, or even, segueing into new job roles very, very quickly. However, with the Magician card reversed, the way this is coming in is going to require you to catch up and get ahead of your own training, catch up and get ahead of your own education. Okay, because this is going to be something that you are not going to be able to outsource the information to others on. Okay, this is not going to be a time where, your skill set or your toolkit, so far is actually going to cut the mustard. It's not something that we need to be scared of, but it's something that we have to be ready to really hit the books with, because this Ace of Swords upright is giving you a shortcut to that being set up for success. We saw with the Nine of Wands upright, but with the Magician card reversed, we're not walking into this month with all of the training of the materials we need to secure it. We're going to get it, but you have to be willing to maybe burn the midnight oil and really stay ahead of this learning curve, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of people around you that are going to be able to provide the answers that you need. So this has got to be something you do, right? If you want it done right, you do it yourself. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Page of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed. And this month, speaking of setting yourself up for success and bringing order to chaos, a lot of you Taurus people may have to make some serious calls about swapping out certain participants in maybe teams or social circles. Some of you may be even taking some space from family members and acquaintances that are showing to be largely unstable with the King of Wands reversed, or uncoordinated, undisciplined. Usually with the King of Wands reversed, we see somebody that is kind of an X factor in our lives. You know, there's always something going on with them. They're not focused. They're maybe throwing a project off. They're putting off a deadline, or they're not able to show up with the materials that they are assigned to bring. And this could show up in friendship situations or in family situations with people that you may have entrusted important resources or important information or important responsibilities to, and they just can't hold it up. With the Page of Pentacles reversed, some of you may also find that this is going to require you to pull back from certain collaborations, or maybe even rethink who you are sharing your most prized ideals or ambitions with at this time, because the company we keep does co-create our reality. And when we think about situations where a person's mental, emotional, social, or professional discipline is just not up to snuff, maybe they can't be along for the ride. When it comes to your challenge this month, you do have the Hanged Man upright and the Ten of Wands reversed. With the Hanged Man upright, it's really important to remember that sometimes we have to put something on pause because it's either going too far or it's going in the wrong direction. And with the Hangman, it does look like a lot of you are going to find that your biggest challenge is getting into a space where the erratic, right, bringing order to chaos focus of this month for you is able to stick. And you may have problems with the Hangman because, well, other people may not want that, right? Whether it's because of their own sensibilities, their attitudes. Some people, create sort of a moral psychology around the ability to go nuts. And what you want to pay attention to is, where is that permitted to exist, where I need to stop that. The Hangman is also indicating that another challenge you may have is staying neutral when looking at these kinds of things, right? Where has your preferential treatment, or maybe a guilty conscience or old conditioning, led you to have a biased opinion about something in favor of something that is unhealthy? The Ten of Wands reversed is indicating that your biggest challenge here is to pay attention to where we have to drop something, regardless of our moral conditioning or our social conditioning or the pressure we get from other people, present or past, and make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success by not only bringing order to chaos, but removing the sources of that chaos. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we do have the Page of Wands upright and the Moon card upright. And so this is going to be a month where a lot of you Taurus people are going to find that a relationship that you're in, or a new relationship opportunity, whether you're seeing somebody recently or it's somebody new that shows up this month, is presenting a bit of a fork in the road. And it has to do with a partner or somebody new, or maybe yourself, going through kind of an identity shift or an identity evolution, right? This can be seen as a bit of an awakening. But with the Moon card, now there's this sort of, I don't know where we're going because I don't know where I want to go. I'm not the same person I was before. The Moon card upright can show up where multiple facets of oneself ultimately are working to either integrate or reorganize themselves. And you may be noticing this in your relationship. This fork in the road doesn't have to be a bad thing. In fact, the Page of Wands upright says this could actually be a very fun, a very experimental, a very adventurous month in love. And some of you may be also finding, if you're single or available, You're attracting people from types that you have been attracted to before. We all have multiple types baked into our astrology chart. Most people have 3, some people have 5. But these are types that you've not necessarily given yourself a chance to explore. So it's always been more of a curiosity. And with the Moon card, a lot of you are going to get a chance to explore that if you want. And for those of you who are currently coupled or seeing somebody recently or getting more serious, this is going to be a month where we have to delve more deeply into a goal that we've held that we don't hold anymore and see if we still want it, and entertain these new opportunities, these new roads, these new relationship destinations that are being put on the table for a very good reason. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.